For many players, Counter-Strike was a fun, fair game, but it's likely at some point you would come across a hacker. Hackers would often ruin your experience, as their hacking meant they could probably kill you as soon as you're in their line of sight. And likely at some point you had to experience that when something like this. The most common hacks were aimbot, wall hacks, and speed hacks. Many hacks actually had their own UI, where hackers were able to adjust things like the accuracy of their aimbot and the hitboxes that they would like to target. They could even do things like disable smoke grenades and make player models see-through. The first time I experienced a hacker in Counter-Strike was many years ago. All I remember is he was able to run about 10 times faster than normal, and within 10 seconds of the match starting, he pretty much had killed everyone on my team, including me. In that scenario, there's a good chance the hacker would have been using what's called a fast run hack, as well as an aimbot of course. Wall hacks are pretty simple. They either make all the walls in the map you're playing see-through, or they just let you see enemies through walls. The most common of these hacking programs are called multi-hacks, and they have a giant list of hacking options within their UI. You had so much control over the hacks with these multi-hacks that you could set your aimbot to not be overly accurate and to target random hitboxes rather than just headshots. And you could get away with just being a good player rather than a hacker just by adjusting your settings to be more realistic. I mean, after all, many pro Counter-Strike players were eventually caught out using hacks, and they often ended up permanently banned from competitions. Speaking of bans, Valve took action against hackers using VAC, aka Valve Anti-Cheat. Every so often, by the time VAC could update and detect new hacks, the developers of these hacks would also update their hacks, just so they could become undetectable once again. How it works is many hack developers would actually charge a subscription fee for their hacks, and this charge would often include the promise that there would be constant updates to the hack, so it would stay undetectable so the hackers never would have anything to worry about. Thankfully, even if a hacker wasn't being detected by VAC, you could still often rely on server admins to notice these hackers and permanently ban them from their server. Over the years, this battle between hackers and VAC has reached a level where more often than not, if you hack, you'll be getting VAC banned within a frame time of up to 2 weeks. VAC doesn't ban hackers instantly, but rather at random. It could be a day later or even a couple weeks later. The likely reason for this is by delaying the bans. They don't allow hack developers to know if their hack is detectable until it's too late for them and they've had their whole list of customers get VAC banned suddenly. After learning all of this, I'm just glad that the professional players don't hack. Well, actually, some big names have been caught out hacking, but that's a story for another time.